Welcome everyone to episode 15 of the Countertop Podcast. You guys have all met Maria, Mom Broxma.
Hi.
She's the serial killer expert that we've had on the podcast before. But this handsome young lad over here is my long lost uncle Jason that I've never met before.
Hello.
I'm super excited to have you on this podcast. You're only here for like another day. And he's from Los Angeles, so he got some acting skills. I wanted to do this. This is one thing I want to do for the podcast. I want to throw some ideas at you.
Yes.
And I want you to act them out on the podcast for me. Shut up, later though.
Well, I'm gonna mime them, so it might not translate well.
Well, we're not doing charades right now. We did charades last night. That was fun.
Acting is all about behavior.
I want you
Really
to,
not about the words.
I want you to do an impromptu act. I'll just throw out an idea. I'll think of one during the podcast.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, an improv. Okay.
Okay.
You do it.
So let's hear about Jason.
What do you want to hear about Jason?
Well,
I've lived a full life, you know. So we're gonna have to get topical. What do you want to know? I mean.
well, I gotta think now.
Let's talk about COVID.
What are your thoughts on wearing a mask every day in LA?
So
What are your
fucked up.
thoughts?
You know what it feels like? It feels like I got some creepy old congresswoman's hand on my face all the time.
That's like
That's what it feels like.
Kim Reynolds.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
I mean,
She's
it's pretty.
all
I mean, it might be because I have a shitty mask. You know, that's
I
not.
think
how
your
it-
mask is better than everybody else's.
No, well, that's a new one. That's I just
oh.
got that. What
For
I've
the-
been
for the
suffering
flight.
with is all these. Yeah, I got that I got that on Thursday, and it's pretty awesome. Yeah, it goes over my whole head.
You can just wear it like
Yeah, it's super comfortable, and I love it.
You said you had to wear it from like 8 a.m. till we picked you up.
Oh yeah, every day. It's like in Los Angeles, I mean, it's you. Everyone has to be masked up all the time. You know, it's you're evil.
24/7
You're
constant.
evil if you don't. You know.
It's weird how wearing a mask and not wearing a mask is the difference between good and evil.
Yeah.
But like normally, if you wear a mask, you're the evil.
Right.
Except for during COVID.
It's really. I mean, the problem is this. It's like it's not. We all know that COVID is real. We all know that people are suffering. People are dying. It's very real. The problem is the government, the governors, the mayor. These people in California, they make it such a political, and they have arbitrary rules, right? That don't make sense. They're calling it science, but it doesn't make fucking sense, and we all know it.
I'm gonna start doing this at people that say COVID's not real.
You know, F you, right? So it's like we all want to play ball. I mean, nobody wants to be a jerk. Nobody wants to, you know. I don't want to be killing vulnerable people by walking around. But I mean, you got to get your story straight. You know, get your freaking story straight.
Get the facts
you know,
straight.
I can go to the grocery store. We can all line up at the grocery store and just flood Trader Joe's. But you can't go to the beach. You got to be shitting me. I can't get my hair cut.
I had
come
to wear a
on.
mask when I got my haircut.
Well, I don't mind wearing the mask, getting hair, but they shut it down. California, it's illegal for these shops to be open.
I don't know, your hair looks pretty damn good though. So.
Well, that's a good haircut. I pay top dollar for this haircut. This haircut is
$70.
I've got the best hairstylist. Her name is Courtney Cook in Marina Del Rey,
Look her up on
Southern
Instagram.
California. Courtney Cook Hair. Her brother is
On Instagram.
on Instagram, and her brother is Chad Cook. Chad Cook Hair, and she's been on TV twice. Very talented brother and sister duo. Extremely
So he
talented.
does hair too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go get
they're awesome.
chatted up.
Yeah. They're really, really good. I mean, if you go on their website, you see what they do, and there's just something special about those people. So anyway, I've got no problem giving her my money for my hair because it's always a good haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, so that's my COVID thing, though. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I don't want to like start shit with people by like not wearing a mask where everybody wants me to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do any of that. I mean, I don't think that I'm going to get sick. I think if I do get sick, I'll shake it off pretty well. I don't think I'm going to be killing any elderly people if I get sick. But again, people's psychological balance and their emotional
It's getting
center
crazy.
is being thrown off by this, and I don't want to be.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be that agent. You know, what I mean, I don't want to be part of that battle. I'm just gonna put a fucking mask on and just be, whatever.
If you're like Brian, and you just say like, no, I'm not gonna wear this, and you can't tell me otherwise.
I just don't know why people have to
He
be
just-
that way. Like,
I'm just putting it on. I'm just
You
gonna
know
go get
what?
my shit done and be done.
yeah, it's
Brian, he has to make a big deal about it.
He-
Like crazy.
Well,
and I don't know why he. I mean, I get
His rights.
he's
and all that bullshit.
he's in the military. He's very and he has been. He's given up a lot for this country and for us to have a freedom, and he does not like to see anybody's freedom fucking imposed on
sure.
by anything.
I
Sure.
get it.
Even if he's got to spend 45 minutes looking up the facts, printing them off so he can have them at hand and grab them out
get
of
it,
will.
but, like
Here, read it. This is what it says.
the time you spent
I'm
arguing
not
with,
wearing one.
the time you spent arguing with so and so,
Yeah.
you could have got your shit done and been out of the fucking store by the time you took it.
Exactly, and
Right. Well, that's extremely logical, but the problem is when you have a
he doesn't like people that just lay down.
when you've got principles that you're fighting for. You know what I mean?
That's-
I get it.
I get
but
that. I mean, I used to be like that all the time. I used to challenge everything that smelled to me like bullshit, and I was.
It gets exhausting
Yeah,
after.
it does get exhausting. You know.
You can't fight with.
You want to know
everything.
what changed it in me? This is what changed it in me because I still see it. I've got the same point of view as Brian, but what changed it is compassion. I got way more compassionate.
Brian doesn't have that.
Right. When I started getting compassionate for people, and in my, which is, I'm not patting myself on the back for that. I totally attribute that.
Oh, pat
to
yourself on the back. This is what
no,
the
to like
Podcast
this is
is
like
for.
this is a gift to me from the universe. This is me meditating, me being a very angry asshole for a long time, and I'm just glad that I got compassionate. But the compassion started, and that's what changed things. I'm like, oh, this person's emotional well-being is way more important than this principle that I'm fighting for, right? Or this person's peace for the moment is way more valuable to me than my sense of bullshit.
The shit
you
that
know
I
what
would
I mean?
argue
Yeah.
about.
And so that's what dictates it now. That's why I can put the stupid mask on, even though it feels like it's some creepy old politician's hand in my face. Right? Because it's not about her, the stupid bitch. It's about the people around me.
Yeah, I don't like wearing the mask so much. Like Amanda, she has to wear her mask all day, every day.
Yeah.
I don't have to wear
I
it
feel
on my
her
job.
So here, Amanda,
Well,
go with us somewhere so you can wear a mask some more. She was like, shit. Well, there's
Well,
like,
one thing
shit.
that's been making me laugh the last couple of days, like every time like we'll get out of the car to go do something,
He
you're-
grabs his mask.
yeah, he's like, oh, hold on a second, I just think it's so funny.
Yeah.
But like, I get it. Like he's not from Iowa. He's like, oh, Iowa's a lot different.
Yeah, you
But,
can't.
like,
I can't go in anywhere without a mask.
Like
you
I
know?
went to go show you a tour of my work earlier, and you're like, hold on, I gotta grab a mask. I was like, fuck, I haven't seen a single person wear a mask here.
Yeah.
Right.
It's optional.
But it was just funny, like to me,
It's
like
just
this,
optional. And
which
but
was,
there are places, and I don't argue with them. I check to see if there's a sign up that says you have to wear one in here, because I'll go back to my car and I'll grab it. I don't give a
I just
shit.
been thinking it's really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, that's their rule. It's their rule. It's not mine. I don't fuck whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I want to go in there and I want to get that shit that I need, and I want to get out.
Right.
I don't feel like arguing with anybody about wearing a mask or not.
Hell,
I mean,
I'll
if
ask
you're-
them. Do you guys want me to wear a mask in here? And they'll just look at me and go, well, you don't really have to. But I'm like, are you guys are wearing one, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll grab one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So
simple.
Simple.
away from COVID, because I feel like everybody's talking about COVID.
Yeah.
I wanted you to tell a story, and let me know if you don't want to tell it. I want to hear the story of when the vehicle struck the van
When the vehicle struck the van. Wow.
that you told me last night. Because that story is funny, and I don't feel like that's too blacklisted of a story that you can't tell. Because
No.
it was like
Richie
what,
was laughing. Plus, he was drunk, so he probably didn't hear the whole thing. Like,
Oh, I
Did we give my name already? I would have to change my name because like half of that story is just all illegal. Me doing, you know. Okay, fine.
Yeah, well, that was, what, 25 fucking years ago? They can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Those people are probably all, those are dead, some of them are dead.
Well, you're in Iowa now, so that was in,
Who knows? We don't know. where it
yeah, we
was.
don't know where it was.
It was somewhere.
Alcohol was a lot induced, you don't even know where you were either.
No, well, okay, let me start out like this. Like I don't drink anymore. I spent most of my life very drunk, very happy about being drunk. In fact, I to this day, if I could be drunk with no consequences, I'd be drunk all day long. I mean, I love it.
We saw Marcus at,
Actually, this is only my
Yeah.
4th beer today, because I've been waiting for you guys.
Yeah,
RB
we
Road,
saw
so-
Marcus. Every time I go to Dogs, he's got his frickin' bus parked. So I was wondering if he always wanders over.
Speaking of alcoholics,
Yeah. Well, he.
Wait, he's got a bus now too?
Yeah, I had to tell him how to get insurance on it. But
Wait, like a party bus or what?
no. He's got. I think he's got some buckets in there to pee in and some.
Oh,
some
he's got like
couches.
he's got a
No, they
big
actually use it to just go fucking drive around the gravel and get drunk.
bus. Okay, so
That's a party bus.
So he come up.
that's a redneck version, but yeah.
Yeah,
for
he come
sure.
up. He come up and talk to us and stuff.
That's cool. I like Marcus. I haven't seen him in a long time. One time he took great care of me. Remember, I walked from Dingus clear home through
Yeah, and he.
just followed the train tracks till we got to where the house was. Fell the next day I had bruises and cuts all over me because I was falling, tripping over, and the train track rocks are like big, huge,
Yeah.
nasty stones.
Mm.
I had cuts clear up my arm. I had bruises. There was cuts on my back and everything.
He made sure you got
See,
out.
That's
He,
the
like,
part.
he
That's the part
basically
of drinking
carried me.
I don't miss. You know that part. you
Well,
know.
it was
And I
the
had
train
plenty
tracks. I
of
couldn't
that.
see nothing. My phone was dead.
Mm-hmm.
His phone was about dead, so he didn't want to use his flashlight the whole time. So he was basically just like holding me up the whole time just to get back to the house.
Marcus is a good kid.
And then woke mom up and said, "Hey, I just brought Ricky home. I'm leaving."
Wow. Wow.
He's a pretty good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to
met
see
him.
Marcus.
He seemed pretty cool.
I'd like to see Marcus again, or have him on the podcast and tell me about that story because I wasn't really there completely.
Yeah. Okay, so back to this.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to hear this story.
Well, okay. This story is. What was I doing? I was working construction. Right. I was working for a drywall company, and so I was probably 20 years old, 20, 21, 22. Super strong because I'm carrying.
And so you got some good ass arms on you.
Oh, dude,
Like,
no, this is atrophy. Instead of working out, I try to take a nap. Right? Like it's the opposite of working. I'm the opposite of a guy that works out.
when
I don't
first seen
take
you, I was like,
vitamins.
he's actually
I
pretty
eat
fucking big.
M&Ms.
Goddamn.
You know? So I used to be super strong. So I would have to deliver drywall
I'm super strong.
to all these, to all these
we
job
know.
sites. And I would, so you got the 4x8, 5/8 thick piece of drywall, and I started out with
Fucking
one.
heavy.
They're heavy.
Heavy.
Then I was taking 2 at a time because they come out and actually in a package of 2.
Mhm.
Then I was getting stronger, so I would take 3 at a time. So when there was a stack of drywall, there'd be like a stack of like 80 pieces or something like that. I would go and take the strip off of every other package, so I could grab
Deliver
3 at a
everything
time. And these journeyman drywall guys, construction guys, I had to put it wherever the hell they told me to put it. So if they wanted up that spiral staircase, it's got to
Okay,
go
with it.
there. You know what I mean? I would have to do it. So super strong. I am delivering cement board in Berkeley at a high-tech burrito. that
What
they're
is
building.
cement board?
It is. What do they call it? They call it Durarock. So it's basically a sheetrock made out of cement,
Okay.
and they use it in restaurants near ovens. So
Kind of like plaster then. Sort of.
So
Super
it's
heavy.
like, is it like fireproof?
it's fireproof.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like cement with frickin' some kind of mesh inside it. So it stays together.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about now. Yep.
So I got a bunch of that on it's like the end of the day, and I got a bunch of that on a dolly, and I pick it up with my hands kind of cupping the top of it, and I'm not wearing boots for work. I'm wearing Vans, and
That's the only thing you can wear at work.
it just
I love
slips
Vans.
right out of my hand and like guillotines my big toe. I mean, poof, it hurt so bad, and I'm like, oh my god, that hurt. I'm like, and it, like when you bump something, like you hit it and it hurts. And then it gets a warm feeling and it kind of tingles and like the
Yeah.
pain slowly starts to dissipate. Not the toe. This thing is, it feels like it's getting slammed over and over again. Boom, boom, boom. Like, oh my god, this fucking hurts. And these
Every time you step.
these electricians are in there, they're looking at me, dude, are you okay? I'm like, I'm hopping around. And they go, dude, you need to, let's take your shoe off and let's take a look. I go, there's no need to, because my shoe is full of liquid right now. I should probably just go to the doctor. I ain't taking my shoe off. It's gonna be a mess, And so I finished with the delivery. I'm pulling it off. Electricians are assholes. I don't know if you knew that. These guys helped me with the rest of the load. I mean, that's how brutal this thing was. Like, everybody was feeling my pain, And so you got narcissistic electricians. Sorry if you're not an electrician. Helping me, with the rest of this load. And then I got in the truck. And I'm having to drive with my right foot over to the passenger side, so I'm hitting the gas, and hitting the brake, and I'm doing this for like 20 miles from Berkeley to Concord in the Bay Area. And by the time I get to Concord, everything goes numb. I can't feel a thing. And I go to the doctor, they open it up, and the back end of my toenail is popped up.
Oh, it blew out your toenail.
It blew it. I mean, it just popped it up because it just.
I've had that with my thumb before.
Like a teeter-totter. You know what I mean? It just went poop, and so all like the fatty flesh is all popped up and sticking up. It freaked out the doctor that was looking at it. He was like a rookie doctor, and he's like, "Oh God, okay,
shit.
sir, I'll drop you right back." And I'm in like one of those. The rooms are just curtains, right? So there's probably like 8 people. We're just separated by a curtain. There's a guy like 2 curtains away, and he's just like, God damn it, God, give me a doctor. He's just yelling. He is pissed off, driving the nurses nuts, and I'm just happy. You know what I mean? I'm just like, hey, it's all good, because I can't feel anything, right? And I know I'm out of work for a while, and I'm probably going to get some disability. It's all good. I'm in a good mood. Right? The nurses come in, and they see my smiling face, so they rewarded me with this big red pill. Right? And they go, here you go. This is for your good behavior. I'm like, sweet. I take this red pill and chug it down, and then remember I'm an alcoholic, recovering alcoholic addict, so this was just like, I was perfect. Everything was wonderful. I mean, they could cut my foot off right now for all I care. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? And this guy is like a crossover. He is still pissed that he got no pill because of his bad attitude. If he wasn't such a jerk, he would have got a pill too. But he's miserable and he's just there swimming in his own anger. Anyway, so now I'm out of work and I'm getting paid, and that's awesome because I got hurt at work, and they gave me pills to go. And not as good as that red one, but enough of them. And now I'm out of work, and we're gonna get back to the little story that you were referring to.
I was wondering. I was like, I didn't get this build up yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, it's your podcast. You know what I mean? So this is content, right?
I would say this is even better.
Okay. So now I'm off work, and I get this job. I'm getting paid under the table from Chevron doing their plans, their markup sheets for their refineries. It's like some bullshit job. So they give me $20 an hour under the table. Now I just feel like I'm rich. You know what I mean?
How long ago was that?
This is, I was 22, I'm guessing so.
So it would have been
2 years ago? Something like that? I don't know.
You're younger than me and you're my uncle.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I know. Yeah, I'm an actor. I can't really age myself. I can't really give out my age because then, you get pigeonholed. And then you don't get certain acting jobs.
Yeah, that's okay, yeah.
So
I've got an age range. I can play anything from
So you were
30 to...
It was 10 years ago. Let's just say that.
It was a while ago. It was a time.
I was gonna say if it was like in the mid 80s to 90s.
What does it matter?
Oh wow. I mean,
$20 an hour was never heard of then.
Oh, okay.
So that's.
Oh yeah, no, it was a lot of money. Yeah, it was a lot of money. This is like 1920, 22. So this is during the
It might as well be 50. Might as well be 50.
Right, I was fucking rich, right?
Yeah.
I was rich.
Hella fucking
I
money.
buy this used truck. And I've got money to spend at the bars. I've got money. Now I go to this bar in the Bay Area. I was born a little punk rocker, and
Oh yeah.
back then there wasn't a whole lot of them, right? And so the punk rockers and the metalheads kind of had to team up a little bit, right? Because we were
That's why we get along so well.
You know,
It'd be one gang, you know, instead of
Metalhead over
rappers.
Yeah, and so and when you go to shows like in the Bay Area, you start going to shows. There was like punk rock, there's metal, and then there was like this kind of this cross genre of thrash, what they call thrash,
Oh,
right?
That's Metallica. And
Yeah, you know, so you got, you know, Slayer's like really setting the tone, but there's bands like DRI. There's just these thrasher bands that were just so much fun. And I would lean more to the punk rock side, but now my brother was more of the metalhead, and he was friends with the members of Exodus and the members of all these metal bands. So there's this one band that was called Method, and I don't know if they still might be doing something, I don't know. And they all lived in a house. They were like roommates, and all the metalheads and they would have parties all the time. Exodus was playing a show at a bar in Concord under a different name. So it was all just their homies. I go to this bar and I've got money now. I'm young, I'm stupid, I'm on Vicodin, I've got a fucked up toe, and I'm just happy as
I got a fucked up toe.
and I'm just a happy man, right? And I'm like one of the people on your bus earlier. I'm like, yeah,
We're gonna have a story.
I am that guy on your party bus that drank way too much, way too soon. I just drank way too much, way too soon. They had a beer bong in the bar, right? You know, which the bar, whatever. They're letting them do whatever they want because it's kind of a big band and they're bringing in, you know, they're making a lot of money. So I'm
We're
doing
gonna have the party bus story.
So I'm doing
Just no
these.
names.
I'm doing beer bongs and shots because I got money and I'm buying everybody else. Everybody was done. They were all done, like some of your people on your party bus.
Yeah.
They were all done, and I wasn't. I was just getting going. I'm just getting started because I'm a total moron and I'm super drunk and I'm young and I got money. So I'm asking, where's the after party? Right? Usually it's going to be over at the Method House, and they're not partying that night. They're like, there is none. You know, we're all going home. I go, what? And I didn't believe them. I thought that they were lying to me because the whole world's against me.
You against the world.
Because I'm a young, idiot, moronic, wounded 20-something, and I think the whole world's against me now. Like the alcohol's kicking in, my dysfunction's kicking in, and I am
This was
pissed.
just like 2 years ago, you said.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, I've grown a lot since then. You know, if you read the right books, you'll expand spiritually pretty quick. So I'm pissed, and I'm feeling rejected, and no one wants to hang out with me. So I said, screw you guys.
No one can hang out with me.
I'm gonna go make my own party, and I get inside this truck that I bought, and I'm just cruising around, and I go into the wrong city. I'm the wrong guy in the wrong city, which is Pittsburgh, California, and I'm driving through neighborhoods I shouldn't be in, and what?
When you were saying Pittsburgh, I didn't know there was a Pittsburgh, California.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. When you were
It's
saying
in
Pittsburgh, I was like, why the fuck were you over in fucking
East Bay?
East Coast?
It's East Bay, yeah, it's
I was
super
like-
east.
Well, when you were telling that story last night, I was like, why the fuck were you over in the East Coast?
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
East
that's
Bay.
where that story got confusing to me. I was like, why the fuck were you
Yeah,
over in
no, no, no.
Pennsylvania?
Right. Yeah, I don't even know what actually, I lived on Pennsylvania
Boulevard.
Boulevard at the time of this story. Son of a bitch. Anyway.
See how fucking crazy that is?
That is amazing. Wow. Anyway, so I'm trying to get out of this neighborhood that I'm not supposed to be in. I'm going to leave out some parts, so this story might be a little patchy. So I'm stopped at a stop sign, and this guy comes running up to my window, and he punches me dead in the eye. Right, boom, right here, and I'm bleeding. And but I don't feel it. I don't care. I'm super drunk, and I just gave him a peace sign and drove away. Right? Because I'm super hammered.
And
right?
you got all these fucking pain medication.
I've got all these. Yeah. I'm
You didn't hurt me.
all loaded up with
Yeah,
meds.
you didn't
Okay.
hurt me, fucker.
In more ways than one. I'll put it that way. I'm loaded up with meds. So I make a left. I'm going up this road, and then that road leads into the frontage road, which runs along the freeway, the Highway 4 freeway. And what you do is you go right, you make a right, and about 5 blocks later, or 6 blocks later, is the freeway entrance. And then you get on the freeway, and I'm going to go head back into Concord. So I make the one right, and I'm heading, and I see the freeway, the frontage road. I got to go up there, and now I got to make a right. I make a right, and I'm home free. I just got 6 blocks to go. I'm gonna get on the freeway, and we're gonna call it a day. I look down, I blink my eye or something. I blink something, I do something, and next thing you know, I'm coming to. I black out, and I'm coming to, and I don't know what happened. I don't know where I'm at, and I'm looking around, and there's glass everywhere. It's just glass, and I'm in my truck, and I can kind of start to focus, and I look at the shattered, white shattered windshield, and I see that my truck is stuck into a parked van, and I'm like, okay, this isn't good.
I took that right too quick.
Yeah, this isn't good. I screwed up this time, and so I'm like, huh. And I look around, and I don't know everything. There's glass all over the place, and I'm like, okay, the car's not starting. The truck's not starting. Otherwise, I would have pulled out and got the hell out of there. So I step out of the truck, and there's people. Apparently, I've been there for a little while, and there's people all outside of their house, and they're looking at me, and I'm looking at them, and they said, "Sir, don't worry, we called 911." And I was like, "Shit." Now I'm worried because they called 911. Yeah,
Lovely.
So I'm looking at my situation, and I just got punched in the face. I remember that, and that's over that way. Or I can go this way, and that's definitely where the police are going to be coming from. I've got nowhere to go. I'm here. I'm stuck. If I try to run and hide, I'm only going to get caught, and I'm guilty.
I'm gonna stay here.
Yes, I'm just going to stay here and just see how things play out. That's what I do. So I go back to the truck to see if I've got anything illegal, open container, anything, and there's nothing. And I try to start the truck, and it doesn't start, and then I get back out. Now there's more people, and then police finally show up. Some police show up, and they go, "Okay, everybody, whose truck is this? Where's the driver?" And I raise my hand. Now what I don't know is that my face is covered in blood, like the
Glass and blood.
Yeah, like the like a horror movie, like Carrie, covered in pig blood. You know what I mean? Like I'm just covered in blood. I had no idea. I think I'm just the handsome guy I always was, And
You
so,
still are.
thank you.
It was
Appreciate
only
that.
2 years ago. So.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, you can
Age
age
that.
pretty quick in 2 years. But anyway, I've seen it. I've seen people
Yeah.
decline
Oh yeah.
rapidly. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I got theories on that. But anyway, so I
Like to hear
go. So these cops, they look at me, and they're like, okay,
Yes, they
and they
are.
look at each other, and they go, one of them, because it's almost like they don't know what to say to each other. It's like they're processing this Carrie covered in blood, going, yeah, that's my truck, Yeah, that's what they don't want to know whose truck it was. That's where they screwed up. They asked whose truck it was. I said mine, and then they asked me, "Were you driving?" And I was like, "What a great question." No. Thanks for asking. I wasn't driving. And I go, huh. Do you have a driver's license on you? And he said it like he was like, I'm going to get you on this question. Do you have a driver's license on you? And I go, absolutely, right here, officer. Here you go. I got nothing to hide. Here's my driver's license. And I give him my driver's license, and I've got insurance, and here's my insurance. And they look at each other and go, where'd the driver go? Where's the driver? I go, he went that way. And they pointed towards downtown. Now, when I was a kid, not too much longer before this story happened, I
It was
saw
only 2 years ago.
it was a Halloween night in this little neighborhood they called the Crossings, and these four guys, these big guys were stealing everyone's candy. They were just grabbing bags, and the kids would go, no, and they'd swing them around like a helicopter, and take the bags and laugh. These guys were just total assholes. Well, somebody called the cops, and the cops showed up, and I'm standing there, and I watched them get questioned, and they all gave fake names. And one guy said Jeff Johnson, and I never forgot that. Jeff Johnson.
The chief of police in Sheraton is named Jeff Johnson.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Yeah, we're the
people-
reason why.
My fans that watch in Sheraton, they all know who Jeff Johnson is. He's the coolest fucking cop ever.
Well,
He
Jeff,
is.
you're
he's
famous.
An awesome guy.
Do you want Amanda to make you some coffee?
He's infinite. That'd be great. Do we have a coffee person?
She's got a coffee maker even.
It's a
I
great
do
studio.
have a coffee maker. I'm out of coffee though.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
So that's okay. So
I can get you.
I remember
a glass
that
of
fake
orange juice.
name. That'd be great. Yeah, something. Or some water.
Cranberry juice.
You could go to my house and
Yeah.
get some coffee.
I can also go to her house. and
so-
get some coffee.
A slight intermission on the whole coffee situation.
She's gonna go to my,
Where's your coffee
Juice,
at?
juice, juice.
it's right next to the coffee maker. It's a white container with a green lid.
Okay, cause like, yeah, I have to have the ground.
Madness.
Yeah.
Just water actually is fine. Actually, yeah. You don't have to do the coffee thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wired. I'm just
Yeah,
thirsty.
if you want water or
This
if
is
you
a
want
family
orange juice.
podcast, so we're fine to fuck some shit up. This podcast.
It's all good. Okay, so Jeff Johnson,
Yes, Jeff.
the guy that doesn't exist, except for here.
Yeah, he does exist
Yeah,
here.
he exists here. He doesn't exist there.
He's
I
not
remember
gonna
that
be
name.
famous
So,
story.
so I give this fake name. They go, oh, so they want to know where the driver went. I said he went that way, and they go, okay, just wait here for a second. And they went and talked amongst themselves, and they're doing reports, and I'm just standing there while they're doing that. The EMT guy is the ambulance shows up. And my drunkenness now is kicking back in, right? Because when you do something like that, your adrenaline's kind of giving you a boost, and you're kind of sober in the moment.
But then,
Now I'm losing my sobriety, and I remember I'm almost blacking out because the guy can barely see the EMT guy, that's checking out my forehead and my face, and he goes, "Yeah, you're fine." He goes, "Can you just sign here?" And I can't tell where to sign because I can't really quite see it. And I can't read it. And he goes, "Thank you." He goes, "Yeah, don't worry about it. It just, it's so we can leave." I'm like, "Okay, good deal. I want to go home." I signed the thing. So I'm standing there waiting. One of the residents tried to rat me out and said, "Officer, he was in the driver's seat when I came out. He was in the driver's seat." And the cops look at me and I go, "I just tried to start my truck just so I can pull it out of the van. I was just seeing if it would start. I wasn't driving." And they somehow bought that. So anyway, so now I'm waiting. I don't
Makes
know what they're
perfect
doing.
sense.
A tow truck shows up.
2 years ago, they can still arrest you, maybe.
Now, mind you, all these guys had to do was cuff me and not ask me any questions. I wouldn't have not have fought it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have argued. There would have been no resistance. I would have,
Like
I mean, I
never
know what
fought.
I did,
yeah.
right?
Something about-
But they didn't.
They made it so easy
They
for
did
you.
not do that.
They gave you the right questions, so you could provide the right answers.
they gave me everything I needed, right? So,
Otherwise, I would have thought of that shit on my own.
Yeah.
I would have been like,
Oh.
I don't know. But they said
Take me.
they said
yeah,
the right
it's
questions.
it's like the mom, doesn't want their kid to get in trouble. And, "Were you upset? Is that why you did that, honey?" "Oh yeah, that's it. That's why I caught the house on fire." You know what I mean? Like when they give you like an excuse.
Why are you pointing at me?
That's all the codependency, right?
Well, we've always had such a great relationship, but whenever I broke the law, you'd be like, "Why'd you do that?" And first of all, did you get away? First.
Who else knows about it?
Easter stickers.
Yeah, you get to
Yeah.
have one.
I always forget to give them out, so I'm just gonna do it now.
Yeah.
If anybody's watching this, which I know they are,
Mm.
you get a free Countertop Podcast sticker
Excellent.
if you are a guest on a podcast. So
Excellent.
put that on your suitcase, put it on your bag, put it on your car, window, whatever. I'll give you a couple more to give out to your friends in Cali, actually.
Fantastic.
It's only because you're family you're getting extras.
Excellent.
So,
They will
no,
go.
no privileges
They're
to
gonna go to a
anybody
green
else.
home. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, put them wherever you want
Put
to.
them in
Yeah.
AA
An
meetings.
ideal.
Yeah, give them out to your AA meetings,
Yes.
which is actually my next kind of subject I want to talk about a little bit.
Okay.
Which
Well, let me
is
finish this.
great.
I'll wrap the story up quick. Then.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, so EMT checks me out. Guy tries to rat me out. Doesn't work. So I'm just standing there waiting, and then the cop comes up to me and he goes, and he's going to confront me, and he says, "We think you were driving." And I said, "I'm so glad you think that, because I wasn't." I didn't say, I wasn't driving. That's what I said. I actually said I wasn't driving. Right?
The way you said it sounded a lot more intricate.
But it was, because that's what I was thinking. Because he's showing me his hand as he says this. "We think you were driving," which means he doesn't know. Right? If he just would have said, "We know you were driving,"
But like,
I'm done. Right? I'm not going to argue because I was fucking driving. Excuse my language. Right? Right,
Very good.
but he's not playing that. You know, he's going. I think you're a grandma. I'm glad you think because I wasn't. And so he goes, all right, well just sign here. Oh, I forgot to give the description. The description.
My speaker.
They go, tell us about this driver. They want to know about this driver, and I go, oh, he's about 5'10", 5'11", blonde hair.
Really long hair.
Yeah, and he's wearing jeans and a jean jacket and just jeans. You know.
What were you wearing at the time?
I was not wearing that, but everything else was me, right? So I gave them like my description, but just a different outfit and longer hair. So that's pretty easy to remember. And they go, well, what were you doing? But what are you guys doing? Like, we were in the bar, and so he said he wanted to come out here and pick up some party favors, and I go, but I said, fine. I go, that's fine. I'll go in on with it, but I can't drive. I'm too drunk to drive. So I can't drive. So he agreed to drive.
He was apparently more drunk.
I go, but he had been drinking, and that's why he took off. But the only reason why I'm here is because this is my truck. I'm not going to leave my truck here. But sir, I was not driving. I mean, that was my story, right? And so
I would have been too drunk to think of any of that.
Yeah.
I just been like,
I've never been in that situation.
You would be surprised. Yeah.
I think.
Well, you can come up with adrenaline kicking in.
Yeah. When I'm telling you, you will be surprised when your back is against the wall, right, and you're fighting when the stakes are fucking high. You will be surprised on how much talent you got. Right? That's when people's.
Yeah, but you're an actor. I am not.
Probably
Right.
like started him out thinking, God, I could fucking do this for a living.
What's funny is my coach, he goes, boy, Jason, he goes, you play these roles so well. I go, what roles? He goes,
Life.
a guy in
I've been
trouble.
doing it for a long time.
No, he goes, a guy in trouble or a troubled guy. He goes, you just do it so naturally. I go, yeah, because I've been in a lot of trouble. You know, so,
You're like, that's normal.
yeah, I'm always talking myself out of trouble. At least I always have to, you know. God forbid, not anymore. I think God, knock on wood. Anyway,
Not good for my.
so long story long. He gives me back my key. He goes, okay, sir. He goes, your truck's going to be at this junkyard. You can pick it up whenever. Here's your house key. Here you go. Sign this and see you later. I'm like, that's it? He goes, that's it. I'm like, sweet. I go, oh, sir, can I get my skateboard? He goes, yeah, go for it. Grab your skateboard. I grab my skateboard and I go skating away, get about 3 houses down, and all the alcohol kicks right back in, and I just do a face plant right in the middle of the road. Just splat, and I was like so embarrassed. I popped back up, you know what I mean? And I looked and nobody was looking. I'm like, okay.
If anything, you just hit a little pebble because
Yeah.
those will fuck you up.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, I tell her.
Little pebbles?
Yeah, little pebbles, little tiny little door stops. You know, like little mini.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hit them all
something.
the fucking time. I hit them all the
I
time.
probably wasn't even a pebble though. It was just my drunken balance. And like, you know, gravity sucking
when
me
you're
to the
sober and
left.
skating,
Right.
those pebbles will be the death of you. Those little tiny
Oh
pebbles. will just-
God, those little pebbles. So I get myself to the road where I said the fake driver ran to, and there was no payphones, no cell phones. I'm really dating myself now. I didn't have a cell phone. All right, I don't think anybody did. But I didn't have a cell phone, but there's a payphone there, and my brother was driving
2
a
years
cab at
ago.
the time, so I called up my
Wow.
brother's cab company and told them, yeah, this is, I'm so and so's brother, and I just got in an accident. If you can come pick me up,
That'd be lovely.
that'd be great. And he did. And meanwhile, I sat at this Jack in the Box with a face full of blood, like nothing's.
Glass shards.
I'm acting like nothing's wrong. I'm just like I'm just another Jack in the Box customer enjoying a late night burger. You know what I mean? I'm just like sitting here, and people are staring at me. Like, everyone that's going into the drive-thru to order food has to. If they look to the right, there's the menu. If they look to the left, there's me. Right?
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood.
With
you
a
know?
skateboard.
Totally. So I'm guessing somebody had called the cops. Like, there's some bloody guy out there in the parking lot. Because cops showed up there, right? And they pull up and they look at me and he rolls down the window. He goes, were you the guy down the street there in the accident?
No.
I said, yes. He goes, okay. I go, yeah, he goes, you wait for a ride? I go, I'm waiting for a ride. He goes, all right, see you later. Drove off.
So this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
They don't do that shit anymore.
Fuck no.
No, I mean they would have beat me up, but I was already beat up pretty bad.
Can you prove
You know
it?
what I
Can
mean?
you prove it that you are that guy?
You know, because I mean that's their first instinct back then was always just to beat you up. You know, then find out who you are or what are you doing. You know, okay, sorry, sir. But yeah. So anyway,
Well, I don't know why you're not black.
bottom line, insurance covered it. The insurance covered it.
And covered the van too.
They covered the person's van that I hit. They didn't cover me. I just had liability insurance or something like that. So there went the guilt on those poor people whose van I destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, they got a new one out of the deal. You know. So yeah,
Good for them.
yeah, lived happily ever after. There's
So-
that story that you requested.
I love that story. That story is amazing.
Yeah.
I have to tell you something.
The skateboard thing killed me when you said that. Like, can I get my skateboard? Because I love skateboarding. I always have.
Yeah.
So that part, I laughed so fucking hard.
So yeah,
about
the skateboard is the spare tire. There should be a skateboard in every car.
that.
Right?
There's one of mine.
Yeah, there you go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He doesn't know who Lil Dicky is.
What?
Little Dicky. I mean, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, how do you earn that name? You know?
Well,
Well, he's
Hey, baby, you know what
He's
they call
a-
me? You know what they
he's-
call me, right?
Lil Dicky.
Little Dicky.
I seen him
You
live,
want to know why?
and it was amazing. It was an awesome show. He's a rapper, and he's actually really good at what he does.
isn't he from like Oakland area?
There's a lot of rappers.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
there's a
No,
he's
lot.
a
he's-
white guy. He's Jewish, and he's a good rapper.
Yeah.
He's got a TV show now too.
I think he's from.
I've
Correct
seen
me if
some
I'm wrong.
videos
Anybody in
of
the
it.
comments, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking he's from like Pennsylvania.
Okay, so I don't.
I don't have any service out here.
I think
Little Dicky.
he had some videos.
I'm gonna Google it, and if like a porn website comes up, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, Lil Dicky with an E.
Yeah.
He is a very, very good rapper. He's very, very talented,
Yeah.
but he puts
Oh,
all his
really?
talent towards
Didn't he make
comedic.
a couple videos though, like on a rooftop in Oakland or San Francisco somewhere, and
Maybe San Francisco, yeah.
Okay.
But he's very talented at being a rapper, but he puts all the rap skills that he has into making
He's from
Comedic.
Pennsylvania, yeah.
comedic, funny raps. Like,
I'll have to
Like-
listen to him.
he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's funnier than hell. He has
I
a
love
so-
rap.
He has a song with Snoop Dogg. It's called Professional Rapper, and like the whole and
Well, you
Listen-
know you've made it
Well,
if
the-
Snoop Dogg.
why
was
she's
hanging out with
mentioning
you,
that.
you know?
yeah, because I showed him your shirt when we were on
Okay.
the bus, and I like
yeah, like
that's a little brain.
yeah, this song is called Pillow Talking that this brain is from.
Yeah.
The song is like 7 minutes long, but
It's a video too.
yeah, well the music video and the song is like
Well,
7
I told him
minutes long.
it's just about this guy, what all the shit he's got to put up with just to get laid, and if he's just listening to this chick and all back
She's
and
just
forth,
talking back
Oh,
and forth.
babbling stupid
About
shit.
Hysterical, right? Yeah,
About-
it's just
about-
noise. Yeah.
Oh, I know God's real and this and that, blah blah blah, blah and saying a whole bunch of stuff, and he's like,
His brain.
"How do you explain the dinosaurs?" And it's this fucking song, and there's like no rapping involved in the song. It's just pillow talking,
Right.
and then all of a sudden the brain pops in. He's like, "What's going on in your brain right now?" Brain on some other shit. And then like, how do you explain Pangea? And he was like, "This bitch don't know the Pangea." That's what this quote's from.
That's a funny. That's a cool shirt.
This was
Yeah.
a Christmas present from her.
This
Okay.
bitch don't know
She was
about
like,
Pangea.
she's like, I want you to open this first. And I opened it and I was like, oh my god, I fucking love it. She didn't understand it. Brian didn't understand it.
I understood it. I already seen the video.
Yeah.
We
Kaylee-
do now. We all understand.
Kaylee didn't understand it. And everybody's like, what the fuck does that mean? And me and mom do.
Yeah.
Nah.
And I just fucking loved it instantly. I love this
I
shirt.
wish they had some that fit me. I'd get one too. I know a lot of people love it.
I've never even seen this shirt advertised like on Facebook or nothing.
I mean, if
It
it's
came
a
out of
rapper's
nowhere.
shirt, of course they're gonna make like quadruple extra large.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what all the gangsters are wearing. You know, not all.
Oh,
of them,
yeah.
You know, a lot of them. I've been listening to like a lot of local gangster rap from LA, which
One
has
of
been
my-
quite entertaining actually. And there's
One
some
of
really
my
good
best friends is a hell of a rapper. He lives in Colorado. One of my absolute best friends, and he's actually supposed to fly out here sometime this year.
He's helped him a lot with this.
Oh, with all this stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
he's helped me out a lot, and
He did a song for Ricky's YouTube channel. He's got a song.
yeah, he is.
You wrote a song
So
for it?
you've watched a few of my YouTube videos, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
And like the beginning song that's in the beginning, Double R TV is the place to be.
He
And if
did
you
that
don't
for
believe
him.
me, just go and see. He rapped that song
Oh, cool.
himself
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the studio. He has a video of him, like the whole behind the scenes of him rapping it the first time he ever rapped it, and it's like he's cool as hell.
Yeah.
And me and him did a song together, and he's really cool.
He designed that picture. It's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, he did.
He designed the sticker.
Yes, he did. He edited this picture and everything.
If you guys are listening, I've got these stickers for sale. You can if you email me. I'm just kidding.
Well, there's
I'm joking.
if you're gonna do that, you can take a few more.
Yeah, I'm kidding. You can get a hold of Ricky if you want these stickers.
You have to come be on the podcast though,
Yeah.
and if you're family, you get a few extras.
So what were you wanting to say about anything?
Next question.
Yeah.
Next demand.
So because of the last story, which was 2 years ago, tell us your journey into not drinking at all anymore. Your whole philosophy on all that stuff that you
Wow.
were telling us earlier,
Yeah, that was quite the journey. That was like
2 years ago or so.
I mean, my God. I mean, like, when I was like, yeah. I mean, that was like, wow, I was 21, 22 or something like that. I'm 47 now. Okay, so.
You're not supposed to say your age
Yeah, I know,
as an
I
actor.
know.
you're not
Well,
supposed
you
to.
know, we're getting serious now.
This is family
I feel a somber spirit in the room.
My podcast doesn't get that many views.
You know. So,
Yet. Not yet.
right.
Well,
so,
it will with him on here. I know that for sure.
No. Well, okay, so obviously when I'm driving a truck into parked vans, you know, I'm probably an alcoholic, right, at that time. You know, so I was a heavy drinker most of my life. In hindsight, I can clearly see what was going on, but in the moment, you don't know. You know, so when I was younger, I lived in such fear of rejection that I was literally a hologram. Like, I concocted this personality that you would like, that I thought you would like, that I thought that people would accept. I had two main cards to play. One, because I started school late, I was kind of bigger than everybody in my class, and because of the good genes, I was handsome. So with the girls, I would flirt with the girls, and I'd make friends with them, and with the guys,
Where do I get it from?
maybe you get it from me, I don't know.
No.
And now with the guys, you know, I just put on this tough guy persona, you know, and God forbid anybody challenge me on that, because that would be horrific for me. So people were right, because I'm a fucking fraud. You know what I mean? This whole thing is just this. The whole thing is just this hologram. You know, an avatar. It's like what Facebook is today. You know, like nobody